All right. What's up, everyone? So they did release the new college football 25 gameplay deep dive. It is currently 1:30 in the morning when I'm recording this. The next day. I have not seen it yet. I don't know anything. All I got here is a screenshot that I'm looking at right here. So I'm going to kind of watch the trailer, give my thoughts on it as we go, and then kind of do a deeper dive into it and kind of dissect it a little bit. I've got high hopes, but not a lot of confidence. So that's kind of where I'm at here. So let's do this.
Hey everyone, Kirk Herbstreit here, and welcome to the official EA Sports College Football 25 Gameplay Deep Dive. Today's focus is on the exciting new Campus IQ gameplay feature set, which includes the new Where...
I see. Okay, I know I said I was just going to watch it, but the first thing I want to kind of touch on is the 1 foot in bounds thing. Obviously not a Madden thing, considering you need 2 feet in bounds in order to get a completed pass in Madden, because that's how NFL rules work, and 1 foot is only needed in college football. So these are probably exclusive college football animations. Sorry, I can't think of any words. So I mean, they're going to show that, obviously.
Includes the new wear and tear system, player abilities, home field advantage, unique playbooks, and a host of new mechanics that deliver the explosive, fast-paced gameplay unique to college football. Let's get into it. The new wear and tear system changes how you approach every snap. Wear and tear is a progressive player health system that prioritizes strategic substitutions and diverse play calling to keep your players healthy.
Very Madden-esque.
With wear and tear, every hit matters, but not all hits have the same impact. And a single hit, like a blow to a quarterback's throwing arm, can change everything, just like it can in real life. Every hit scales differently and will have unique effects on a player's performance as damage and fatigue add up over the course of a game. Managing wear and tear is critical to your team's success, both in a single game and over the course of a season. In EA Sports College Football 25, we're introducing
oh my God. Jesus.
Both mental and physical player abilities that help separate highly skilled players.
Holy shit! How many? Oh my God! Well, I guess we found out where they put all their effort into. Holy cow!
In contrast to the pros, where superstar talent is generally balanced across the league, the player abilities in college were designed to showcase the overall discrepancy in player and team skill levels. Physical abilities boost attributes like breaking tackles, or can provide protection from wear and tear. Mental abilities enhance intangible traits like leadership, pre-snap clarity at the line of scrimmage, and staying calm under pressure.
Oh, I like that.
Here you can see the stadium pulse meter is maxed out, but the visiting quarterback does not have the mental ability, headstrong, which provides resistance to distractions.
Something we've seen
before. The visiting quarterback here does have headstrong active, so he can see the field more clearly and will be less prone to mistakes for this play. A player can have up to 8 abilities.
Oh my God. That does kind of look like Donovan Edwards. Oh my God. I don't know why that's so funny to me. It's just like a low poly attempt at what it's honestly not that bad. I mean, Donovan Edwards is a much more handsome man than that, but that's pretty close.
And they can scale in effectiveness, providing situational advantages throughout a game that ignite the dynamic and unpredictable moments that make college football so exciting. From Tiger Stadium to Happy Valley, we're pumping the sights and sounds
I am excited
of the
to
most
see how
iconic
these
and
stadiums
daunting
look.
home field environments right into your living room. And with home field advantage, the host team has the upper hand. As the visiting team, you'll face various degrees of home field advantages.
So are we going to see this meter when we're playing? I guess we're going to see it while we're in game.
And more. Home field advantage will disorient players with lower composure levels more than it will for the level-headed players. Decisions like audibles and hot routes will become more difficult because these stadiums will be rocking. So it's more important than ever to keep your team in manageable down and distance situations. With 134 FBS teams to choose from in EA Sports College Football 25, the wide range of play styles is something you can't experience anywhere else. From wide splits in Oklahoma, to the triple option at Air Force, to Michigan's dominant ground game, the playbook variety makes for unique matchups every game. Fake out your rivals with new user reverse handoffs, explore the new option game, and other new trick plays. With more teams throwing the ball all over the field, College Football 25's revamped passing mechanic adds control and variation to every dropback. To expand player variation at quarterback, we focused on tuning situational throws and an array of new trajectories that will provide more passing control with a timed button press. Other new gameplay mechanics will give you more control before and after the snap. Adjust the length of your primary route with custom stems. Switch players directionally with the new switch stick for post-snap control. Master the new kicking meter and call a number of new hot routes at the line.
There's a new kicking meter.
For more on gameplay and playbooks, check out the Campus Huddle blog. Subscribe today to get
Those
the
face
latest
models
EA
look pretty
Sports
good,
College
honestly.
Football 25
That looked a little too. That looked uncanny as shit. Look at that.
Books.
Look at those faces. Is that in game? That looks uncanny as fuck.
Check out the Campus Huddle blog.
Ooh, it's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy. Look at how wide. Look how agape their eyes are. It's like, hey. Okay.
Subscribe today to get the latest EA Sports College Football 25 news. To make it game day every day this season, pre-order the MVP bundle, which includes both EA Sports College Football 25 and EA.
I'm not buying Madden. That's a fucking waste of money. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's take a look at this. So I already touched on the one hand or the 1 foot down and another out of bounds, right? I kind of touched on that. Hobbling over a guy. So this is like the wear and tear thing. So when it was talking about wear and tear, I heard about wear and tear before seeing this, because I'm pretty sure it's one of those things they're talking about, and I was like, okay, yeah, guys are gonna get hurt if you use them too much. That's in the older games, but I guess they got it's almost like a skeleton. You can kind of look and see where they're hurting. It kind of reminds me of the old WWE SmackDown versus Raw games. I don't really do it much anymore with the newer games, but with the older games, they kind of had a little skeleton thing you could look at. It would show how much damage you've done to your opponent in specific areas of their body. And I guess that's kind of what they're going for here. It's very similar. So they got Mafa here. And it kind of showing where he's hurt. So his foot is a little bit more injured than the rest of his body. It looks like his right foot. And so I thought it was just okay, yeah, don't use your guys so they don't get hurt. But I guess, to be fair, in NCAA football 14, you had to be very, I guess you could be very liberal with running guys out there. You could run a guy 4 or 5 times. It'd be fine. They may get injured per se, but they'll just be out for a drive. If rarely would a guy get injured and be out for weeks or a whole season. It was a very rare thing. And I guess you're going to have to be a little bit more careful this time around and make sure that you sub guys in and out. And make sure that you're not, injuring your best players, especially. Okay, so yeah, it does change. Okay, God damn it. I wanted to look at that. So, I don't know who Kerry Hamilton is, but bruised ribs will return soon. Re-injury risk is high. You can substitute. Okay. So, it's kind of like the older games where... Although this is just kind of a little box in the corner, the injury thing that would pop up in the old games was like this big, it covered the whole screen. It was like, I don't know, it was like more important. Let me see. I like the scoreboard. It's not really what I expected, I guess. I think I was kind of expecting the teams to be next to each other, and then like the quarter, the time, the game clock, and the down. Or the play clock rather, and the down to be on all the way on the right side, kind of like how like the Fox or the Fox scoreboards are for college football. But okay, I don't mind it. At least it's on the bottom of the screen, not the top, because it doesn't Madden do the top of the screen. Okay, so option pitching and all that stuff. Yeah, it definitely the gameplay definitely seems more fast paced. Like it looks Madden-esque, which is concerning. Okay, so we get kind of an idea here. It looks Madden-esque and but it looks faster. It looks like you can move a little bit quicker. The players move faster than they do in Madden. So here's kind of like the wear and tear thing. Oh my God, Maffa. He's pretty hurt. He's banged up bad. Okay. So yeah, it'll show you for each player. So you got Quinn Ewers there as well. Okay. All right. So they're really like kind of hyping this thing up. The whole injury thing. Okay. Look at these player abilities. We got chip shot, clear-headed, coffin corner, cutter, extender, drop back shield, balance, drop back. There's a ton of them. And it just keeps going. Like, good God, look at this. Oh my God. There's like 9 in each row. Good God almighty. And it just goes down and down. It keeps going past this too. I don't feel like looking through all these and even trying to dissect what all of these could mean. Because it just keeps going. Well, that score isn't realistic at all. Okay. Ball hawk. Okay, there's the new meter for kicking. Okay. It definitely looks faster. Like faster pace. Which I appreciate. This whole Stadium Pulse thing. So, the Stadium Pulse is definitely like a home field advantage thing. Which is something that we have seen before. And I guess depending on like what school you are, will depend on how much of a home field advantage you have. So probably bigger schools with larger stadiums will have a higher stadium pulse than, say, a smaller school. Which, again, I think has been a thing before. Yeah, see, this is at Michigan Stadium. You got the stadium pulse all the way up, basically all the way up. And you got the squiggly lines when you are the road team. And it's shaking. But, okay, yeah. So, but like at a stadium like the University of Texas El Paso, it's not as high. And then and poor Sam Houston, theirs is really small. Okay, so that's cool. I like that they show you the home field advantage, the difference. This one's at Penn State. That's realistic. Penn State is a very loud stadium. Georgia. So it's like the big schools with big stadiums. Georgia, Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, Alabama probably as well. Texas A&M, LSU. Teams like that are going to have like stadium pulse all the way up. Yeah, for sure. And I do like that passing meter. Oh, ooh. I wanted to look at this. All right, we're a 93. Michigan's a 93 overall. I'm a Michigan fan, by the way. Michigan is a 93 overall, 92 offense, 92 defense. Looks like they're using Xbox controllers. What are these? What do these mean? Indiana doesn't have them. What do these mean? What is this foam finger and the helmet and the sticker, Michigan sticker? What does that all mean? They don't really... Do they explain that?
34 FBS teams to choose from in EA Sports College Football 25.
No, they don't really... Well, hold on. I want to kind of look at some more of these. Some of these... Okay. Michigan State, Illinois. So, yeah. Indiana's a 74 overall, 67 offense. So, yeah, obviously they're a lot worse than Minnesota, 85, 82. Iowa with a 71 overall offense, 94 defense. Yeah. That seems like Iowa. Again, is it only on the left? Is it only the away team that gets these? No, because Pitt has it, but Boston College doesn't. Why is Pitt a 90 overall? They're not that good. Jesus. 90 overall? West Virginia has it. Interesting. Okay. So I guess these are kind of like the this is like choose your play kind of a thing. There's a lot going on here. And okay, so you can look at coach suggestions, you can look at different formations, play type. Okay, so this is kind of like the old games, just a different looking thing here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they're not going to show us a ton. I'd like to know more about revamped passing. They're really hyping up this campus IQ thing. Okay, so they kind of show all the features in the beginning, don't they? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, here's like the different Campus IQ things. Campus IQ is probably just a gimmick name. But wear and tear, obviously that's kind of a new it's just normal injuries and like keeping track of injuries. There was a way of doing that in the old games where it was like, oh, this guy got injured. Do you want to put him back in? Here's the injury risk, like the re-injury risk. Do you want to sub him out for the backup, stuff like that? But this is going to actually like let you keep track of them instead of just like playing with them until they just get injured, like in Madden. Player abilities. It's probably what those million different abilities that popped up on the screen was. They do something like that in Madden. don't they? Like isn't it like the X Factor thing? I heard the X Factor thing was kind of like trash. I don't know. I don't play Madden anymore. I haven't bought a Madden game in like 6 years. But player abilities, I'm kind of not surprised this is in the game, considering that they do it with Madden a lot, and now that they can use real players in the college football game, I'm really not surprised that probably certain players are going to get these abilities. I don't know if this is going to be for every player in the game. Probably not. Probably just like specific players, skill positions, certain skill position players like quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, stuff like that. Maybe like a corner or something like that, a DB. But yeah, I mean, these kinds of things don't really excite me. I don't really care about player abilities, to be honest. I just want to play a good football game. Never needed player abilities in the other games. Don't think it's really going to make much of a difference this time around. I imagine that the 3 cover guys are probably going to get their own abilities. So Quinn Ewers, Donovan Edwards, and Travis Hunter will probably all have their own unique abilities. But we'll have to see yet. Home field advantage. So again, that's kind of they were showing that off with the squiggly lines and that meter that was going up. This isn't really a new feature. This has been in the game for years and years and years. At least in the old NCAA games, that home field advantage was always a thing. So it's not necessarily a new thing. I expected it to be here. I would have been shocked if it wasn't in the game. I would have been kind of disappointed if it wasn't in the game. And unique playbooks, obviously, there's unique playbooks. Why wouldn't there be unique playbooks? There's always been unique playbooks in these games. So, there's going to be unique playbooks. But, yeah. I guess that's kind of everything, right? Kind of everything I was looking at. Player abilities, wear and tear, the home field advantage, which is cool. They showed the menus of all the different teams and such. Yeah, I think that's basically everything I wanted to look at. Okay, so looking at the website, you can kind of look at iconic atmospheres. Okay, so they want you to buy the MVP bundle. Pageantry and traditions. Revel in the sights and sounds that electrify college football stadiums every Saturday with traditional team runouts, rivalry rituals, synchronized crowd chants. Okay. Loudness meters as well as real game day audio. Fight songs and, of course, mascots. It'll feel like home everywhere you look. I know that they have been like really hyping up like the atmosphere and the traditions and all that. And I appreciate those things for sure. That's what college football is all about. It's about atmosphere. It's about traditions. It's more exciting than the NFL, in my opinion, college football, and it deserves just, to be considered a special thing. But, okay, traditional team runouts. So we've seen something similar to that in the past, in old college football games where teams will run out and do their specific thing. Like Michigan will run out and hit the banner and stuff like that. Rivalry rituals. I'm not really sure what that means. I guess things that you might do before a big game with a rivalry. Synchronized crowd chants. I'm interested to hear what those crowd chants are. I think if Michigan Stadium had Mr. Brightside and the crowd started singing Mr. Brightside in a Michigan home game, I think that would be absolutely amazing. That's wishful thinking, but wouldn't that be something? Loudness meters. I guess that kind of plays into home field advantage. It's real game day audio. So, yeah, that was another thing. They took like audio from actual football games that probably happened last year in 2023, and put them in the game. So you know, if you went to a game, you know, in one of these stadiums, maybe they pulled it from. Maybe you were there. Maybe you're in that in the audio somewhere. Fight songs, obviously, those have always been in the game, and mascots. Remember? Do you guys remember like the mascot? My buddy Evan reminded me of this the other day, where you could like play games with mascots. Whatever happened to that? They got rid of that, and I hope they bring that back at some point. Maybe next year. Commentary and broadcast. Listen to the iconic voices of Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler as they call marquee matchups, while Jesse Palmer, David Pollock, and Reese Davis take the mic for all of your other games. Okay, so that's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing. So there's going to be multiple different commentary teams. So I guess Jesse Palmer, David Pollock, and Reese Davis are going to call like your smaller games. Maybe your lesser known games. And then, so like, let's say for example, I don't know, some small game, Iowa's playing Minnesota or something like that. Then you're going to get Jesse Palmer, David Pollock, and Reese Davis. But if you're getting Michigan and Ohio State, you're going to get Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler. So that's pretty cool. That's definitely going to mix it up a little bit. What would be cool is if the guys were actually modeled into the game and actually spoke into a camera or something. Again, wishful thinking, probably not going to happen. Another thing that would be cool is to have a real halftime show. But again, I think am I asking for too much, or because those are in the old games? See all features. Oh, campus IQ. Okay. True College Game Day, powered by a wide range of player ratings that fluctuate throughout a game, team tiers, and new in-game passing mechanics. EA Sports College Football 25 delivers strategic, fast-paced gameplay reflecting the true depth of college football. My boy Donovan Edwards right here, wear and tear system. Okay, so this is pre-snap recognition. Okay. Manage your player's health, limit fatigue, assess risk of injury, and avoid on-field mistakes by using strategic substitutions to ensure your players are at their best when it counts. Get the intel you need at the line so you can read the field and make the right decisions when it matters most. Home field advantage. The host team has a tangible gameplay advantage in every matchup. Test your squad's road game composure as you face various levels of distractions like screen shaking, missing pre-play icons, and moving play art. Okay. Game modes. Let's look at that. Okay, of course, Dynasty. Create a coach and build a powerhouse college football program from the ground up. Establish your coaching staff, recruit the best talent, utilize transfer portal. That's a big thing. And watch your program ascend to the sports pantheon. Road to Glory. Okay, so Road to Glory is kind of a thing that I'm a little bit disappointed about because there's no high school. And that was kind of the whole point of Road to Glory for me, was doing the Road to Glory, playing a high school season, earning star ratings, getting visits from scouts from other schools, and then getting offers. And you're working your way and trying to like earn a scholarship to the school you want to go to. You would pick a top 3 schools. You play as one player. So yeah. But it says live the life of a student athlete with your created player and take home the Heisman as you build an unforgettable college football legacy. Manage your weekly schedule, GPA, and your image. Earn coach trust to get more playing time, or use a transfer portal to get the time and the glory you deserve. So I know they're not doing like high school thing, but it seems like they are putting more depth into the college aspect of it. Managing your GPA. It's kind of like road to the Heisman, was it, in the older games, where like you would start as like a freshman player or whatever. I think the last time they did that was like NCAA 06 or something like that. I could be wrong on that one, But they had something similar to that where like you would have to like a road to the Heisman, and your ultimate goal was winning the Heisman Trophy as your player, and you would have to manage your GPA and your off time and go to practice or study. And so, I mean, that's cool. And coach trust, that's another thing pulled from the older games. So I'm sure that they probably got this kind of from the older games. Like I said, NCAA Football 06 and probably some other games that I've never played. Only this time you get the transfer portal, and you can utilize it and go wherever the hell you want. Maybe you're not getting enough playing time at the school you're at. You want to get more playing time, so you go to a smaller school where you can get some playing time. Okay, Ultimate Team. Yeah, Road to the College Football Playoff. Experience a new way to play competitively and represent your favorite team in the Road to the College Football Playoff. Climb the pole by upsetting the toughest opponents, make it to the playoff, and vie for the national championship. So, obviously, the playoffs are going to be in the game. I imagine it's going to be a 12-team playoff. But yeah, so I would kind of like some more details on this stuff, though. They don't really give you much to sink your teeth into. There's nothing to click on. News and media. Can I look at that? Oh, come on. Anything? No. Okay. So I guess that's kind of it. That's where we're at right now. I would like to note there's probably more details you could find about Dynasty mode and, all the features with that, Road to Glory. They didn't really go into Team Builder either. Is Team Builder still a thing? Hold on, I need to know. Okay, so I found a little bit more about Dynasty mode here. Take control of their own college football program with the ability to go 30 years deep into the... Okay, so it seems like they max out Dynasty at 30 years, which honestly should be more than enough for anybody. Dynasty mode is it crossplay? Nope, no crossplay. That doesn't really bother me all that much. I'm going to be offline anyway. So I don't really care about that personally. Dynasty mode coaching. To start, a user gets to select the type of coach. They will have one of three options of archetypes. They are referred to into the game: motivator, recruiter, or tactician. Okay. Unlike previous versions of the NCAA football game, gamers cannot max out all their skill trees as a coach, which was an option in former editions. Okay. This means users have to balance their strengths and weaknesses across the 11 skill trees for each coach. Wow, there's 11 skill trees? Jesus. The coaching carousel returns, and there's a change that users have been asking for: the ability to hire and fire members of the staff. Oh, wow. Like the head coach, coordinators will have skill trees, and gamers have the ability to control these strengths and weaknesses to make up for what they may lack in their own skill tree. Like in reality, if a user decides to fire a coach, recruits and players may go with them. Huh. Okay, that's cool. I like that. That is something that has been asked for in all the old games, and it was never put in the game. So that's good to hear. Custom conferences schedules. Custom conferences are back in the latest edition of the game as well. Not only can the program switch conferences, but the rules of each conference can be altered to users' likings as well. The customized scheduling is also an option in Dynasty mode. However, a team's conference opponents remain locked in and cannot be changed. Oh, God, why? I don't like that. Like, okay, I get it. You want it to be realistic to some degree, but it's a video game. Let me go all out and screw everything up and pull a Pac-12 and put only 2 teams in the Big Ten, and then I can have as many different opponents as I want. Or what you could do is let me just switch around the games at least. There's going to be 18 teams in the Big Ten. So if I'm playing a season with Michigan and I'm only playing 12 games in a regular season, I'm not going to get to play most of those teams. What if I want to play USC, but they're not on the schedule? I should have the option to choose. At least let me choose which Big Ten teams I want to play. And like let me switch the schedule around. Maybe I want to play USC before I play Oregon or something like that. I never understood why they ever locked games in place in the old games. Okay, but whatever. I mean, we've dealt with it for this long, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's like, give me more control of my experience is all I'm asking. Dynasty mode recruiting. Here's the fun part. Dynasty mode features 4,000 prospects, with 32 of those players owning 5-star status. Okay. It's the coach's job to recruit these prospects to their program, building a college football powerhouse in the process. A recruit's skill tree won't become available until the program brings them on an official visit. Okay. I like the sound of that. During this time, the team also has to stay above a specific cut line, as the prospect will make decisions on their top 10, top 8, top 5, top 3. One of the big draws in previous editions of the game was the ability to swing a prospect's interest by throwing points at them. That won't be available in the latest game, as a recruit's interest will remain locked in. That may make it more difficult to build up a smaller program faster, as it will be harder to bring in 4- and 5-star recruits. I mean, that's still cool. That's still cool. You have to bring them on official visits, and I imagine probably talk to them and make promises to them, kind of like the old dynasty modes before. And NCAA football 14's recruiting was very simple. You would put any guy you want on your prospect board or whatever, and then you put points into them and hope that they, you could offer them a scholarship. You could offer and give them an offer, and if they accept or not. There wasn't really anything in terms of like talking to the players or like making promises to them or stuff like that. So it seems like it's going to be a more detailed recruiting process in Dynasty, which is good to hear in my eyes. Some people may not like that. Some people may have liked how it was more simple in NCAA football 14, but this is definitely going to scratch the itch. I at least hope this is going to scratch the itch of people that want a more in-depth recruiting process in Dynasty. Is there an NIL in Dynasty? Despite the emergence in reality, it will not be part of the game yet. I'm not surprised about this. I didn't think it would be, and I'm not really upset about it, honestly. Can players be edited? Yes, to an extent. Changes to a player will be allowed, but not nearly as drastic. This is due to the fact that players in the game are actual players. Previously, they were just guys with numbers on the back of their jerseys, and you could manipulate their skills to their liking. That won't be the case in College Football 25. Okay. Is that it? Yeah, I guess that's all we know. Okay, that definitely went into a little bit more detail. Okay, so I found some stuff about Road to Glory. I wanted to learn a little bit more. Let's see. One of the things that they were quick to know is that Road to Glory is a 10 to 20 hour story mode. What do you mean by a story mode? I didn't hear about this. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's a pretty short amount of time for a career mode, but it is part of the uniqueness of college football game where you can play 4 years or 5 if you redshirt as a freshman. And no, there is no COVID here in the video game. As such, they wanted to make an extremely replayable mode where you can make different choices and have different outcomes throughout the experience. Structure will be pretty simple. You will choose from one of 5 positions. Oh, come on, man. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, middle linebacker, and cornerback. You also pick your archetype, which is position dependent and will determine your skill tree. You cannot max out the complete skill tree, including your mental and physical abilities, because it is no longer a matter of accruing points and putting them everywhere, but instead is all about building up the areas you pre-select. No longer will you start in high school. Again, that's a big bummer. Instead, picking your level as a recruit at the beginning to determine how hard your grind will be to getting a playing time. 5 stars a 79 overall, 4 stars 75, 3 stars 70, and 2 stars 65. So you just choose what star level you are. If you choose to be a 2-star, you'll have to really spend a lot of time in practice before you get onto the field. If you're a 5-star, you'll still have to win a position battle. More on that in a bit. To get a starting spot from there, you will pick the things that are most important to you among the 14 pitch grades. Once you are in school, you will not have a dorm room like the old games, but instead most of the mode will be done out on the main screen with different scenarios popping up on your phone throughout. You will manage your time each week and have to decide how to balance your schedule between the 5 areas of focus: academics, leadership, health, training, and brand. How you choose to manage your time will determine everything from your eligibility to play. Yes, you can go academically ineligible. Okay. Well, I think that was in the older games too. To whether you get to challenge for a starting job, going too far in any direction means neglecting another, which has consequences. On the other hand, it's not simply a matter of balancing everything out, because that too will mean leaving things on the table. The primary goal of this mode is to make you make decisions that are not clearly black and white as they explained it. The goal is to create ethical gray areas with the various dynamic scenarios that present itself throughout the game. Even things that seem like a good choice may have a negative consequence and vice versa. By doing so, they hope to make the story element really matter rather than cutscenes you are just clicking through to get to the game. How will they do that? Well, okay. So there is not going to be any cutscenes, thank God. The last thing we need is like a long shot from like Madden, what was it, Madden 18 and 19. That really cringy, horribly acted story mode that was in Madden like 5 or 6 years back that no one liked. Thank God they're not doing that. So you'll have to manage your GPA, which is cool. I think that was something that was in like the Road to the Heisman or the something, whatever it was called. Position battles, manage your health, training in your brand. You can sign brand deals to get fans and boost your following. Okay. Throughout the game, you'll be presented with various options, and you'll have to pick what to do, with consequences that could be both positive and negative at the same time. You might be asked to go do something with teammates instead of study. You might earn some coaching. See, all of this is cool, but like, okay, so red shirt, you can red shirt yourself. That's nice. And the transfer portal, chasing records, exporting to Madden. Okay, so yeah, you can export your player to Madden still. I imagine you won't be able to do that with Dynasty though, because they're real life players and they're not a part of the NFLPA thing. Okay. I don't know, man. Road to Glory, not having a high school is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of turning me off from the mode. I mean, all those other things are cool if they had high school in it. You know, like if they had high school, they could literally just take Road to Glory and do high school, and then you can put all that other stuff in there too, like managing your time and all that. But no high school, like, I don't know. It just feels really lazy. That's just my opinion. So what it says here about Team Builder, which is something I am very excited for, is create your own college football program with customization tools on the Team Builder website. I know a lot of people are probably turned off from that, using the website to like a real life website instead of just making it in game. But I think it's probably going to be better this way, to do it over the website. You can design your uniforms, helmets, fields, upload your own logo. So I'm assuming you can find any logo you want, as long as it's not like a big floppy wiener or something, and you can put it on your helmet. You can upload your program, use some Play Now and Dynasty. Okay, so that's cool. It can be used in Team Builder content can be used in offline Play Now and private Dynasty modes, which is basically what I'll be using it for. Okay, so right. Overall, I'm excited for the game. I think the game is going to be really good, and the hype around this game is huge. Like I said, the whole Road to Glory thing is kind of disappointing, and the gameplay is still iffy on me, but everything else sounds really good, and I liked what I saw. So we'll see when the game comes out in July, but until then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna try and do some videos of the game. I think I'll give a review for the game on this channel, or even maybe on my second channel, which is my gaming channel, even though this video is going on my first, my normal channel, my first channel. But yeah, maybe I'll do some like actual gameplay of it on the second channel and do a review on here, on this channel, when the game comes out and I really experience everything I want to experience. But yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.